This is my third video in my 5-video series of preschool language and literacy games. Today's game is called Marching Dancers, featuring my free choice of making this game, as well as looking at other nursery rhymes that are adapted to fit dancers. So first I'm going to just sing the song, and notice that the song is very adaptable to fit your classroom and to fit what movements you're working on with your children. And then I'll get up and demonstrate some movements as well that you can practice doing with your children as well. It's sung to the same tune as the ants go marching one by one. And so the children should be fairly familiar with this tune. But I technically have created this song on my own. If there's another version out there that is similar, please tell me in the comments below, and so I can look at them and cite my source if I need to. Let's go dancing one by one, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing one by one, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing one by one, everyone stop and plie. And they all go marching down and around to the back of the studio, bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Let's go dancing 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing 2 by 2, everyone stop and tendu. And they all go marching down and around and to the back of the studio, bum, 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 bum. Let's go dancing 3 by 3, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing 3 by 3, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing 3 by 3. Everyone stop and glissade. And they all go marching down and around to the back of the studio, bum, 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 bum. Let's go dancing 4 by 4, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing 4 by 4, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing 4 by 4. Everyone stop and sauté. And they all go marching down and around to the back of the studio, bum, 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 bum. Let's go dancing 5 by 5, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing 5 by 5, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing 5 by 5. Everyone stop and jeté. And they all go marching down and around to the back of the studio, bum, 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 bum. Let's go dancing 6 by 6, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing 6 by 6, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing 6 by 6. Everyone stop and releve. And they all go marching down and around to the back of the studio, bum, 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 bum. Let's go dancing 7 by 7, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing 7 by 7, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing 7 by 7. Everyone stop and ronde-jean. And they all go marching down and around to the back of the studio, bum, 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 bum. Let's go dancing 8 by 8, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing 8 by 8, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing 8 by 8. Everyone stop and spin or pirouette. And they all go marching down and around to the back of the studio, bum, 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 bum. Now the great thing about dance is you can stop there at 8 and start back over at 1, because that's how we count it. When we're choreographing, we count in 8s. And then you can talk about that with your children as well. Let's now go into the adaptations of the song that you can make. So I use French terms within the song. You could also take it down a step and use more common names for things. like stretch your foot, small jump, a jump from one foot to another foot, or follow me. And if you need to take it down a step further, you could have the kids just sing the song with you. So that way they become familiar with learning the song and pronouncing the words. Because French words can be difficult at times for young children. You can also use positions instead of using French terms. Like go to first position, go to second position, third to the right, third to the left, fourth to the right, fourth to the left, and fifth position and sixth position. You can use all those terms in this song. And as your kids get older, you can even step it up a notch by using more complicated terms like cabrioles, calypsos, and pirouettes. You can say even do a double pirouette by 2 by 2, you know, or a triple for 3 by 3. And if your students are super advanced, you'd go for a quadruple, 4 by 4. So you can really have a lot of fun with this song and keep mixing it up and play along with different words to what you're working with in your classroom. Now I'm going to demonstrate some of the words that I used in the song that I sang earlier. The first word I used was plie. So you can do it in multiple different positions, but plie means to bend the knees, or bend the knees. The next word I used was the word tendu. That means to stretch the foot. So let me go over here. There. That's a nice tendu. You can do a tendu straight front, a tendu out to the side, or a tendu to the back. The next word I used was glissade. Glissades are a small jump from one foot to the other. It kind of starts in fifth position. You jump out, out, and then this foot comes in back. And that's called a glissade. It can travel in both directions and in forward and backwards. I'll demonstrate it one more. Glissade. And I'm not doing it full out because I want to stay in camera. Otherwise, you would see me fully jumping. The next word I used was a sauté. Sauté means a jump from 2 feet onto back to 2 feet, or from 1 foot to 1 foot. But the main thing about a sauté is you stay with the same feet you're jumping with. So, or the next word I used was jeté. So this is a larger leap, but it is like a glissade. It's from 1 foot to another foot. This one you do not have to start with in fifth position. You basically just stretch the legs out and leap. And you can end in multiple different positions. Like I said, it is hard to demonstrate a leap and stay in camera. The next word I used was relevé. Relevé means to rise. And you can do that from first, from parallel, also known as sixth position. You can also do it from second position. The next word I used was rond-de-jambe. Rond-de-jambe means to go in a circle. So you just draw in a half circle around, and then you end in the same place you started. Rond-de-jambe. The last word I used was pirouette, or to spin. A pirouette usually is right here. It's where you put your foot, but most of the time can be difficult for younger children to start out with. So you may want to work on a flat-footed turn. And that might be a lot simpler. So you just stay flat as you turn around. And the kids might also have more fun with that move because they're more familiar with it because they like to play with that move. So those were the 8 terms that I used when singing the song Let's Go Dancing One by One. You can also do the 6 positions plus right and left for 3rd and 4th positions with this song. So first position would look like this. Then you would go to 2nd. Then you would hit right 3rd. Then you would go to left 3rd. And those are in the middle of the feet. I'm putting my heel in the middle of the foot. Then you would go to right 4th. So it's like 5th, but there's a little bit of space in between the feet. That's 4th. And then you can do left 4th. It's like 5th, but with a little bit of space. And then you can do right 5th and left 5th. Or it might be easier to start with 6th position to 1st, to 2nd, to right 3rd, to right 4th, and then to right 5th. Let's count and see how many that is. Because I believe that's only 6, and we count to 8 in our song. So this would be 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, 5 by 5, and then 6 by 6. And we still need 2 more actions. So make sure you include like a releve, or a sauté, or a tendu. And then you can do it again on the other side. You can start with 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, and then you would go to the left this time, 4 by 4, 5 by 5, and 6 by 6, and then do a tendu, a releve, a plie. Just get on your way to 8. Also, if you don't want to confuse the dancers, you could try this in numerical order. We can start with 1st position for 1 by 1, 2nd position for 2 by 2, 3rd position for 3 by 3, 4th position for 4 by 4, 5th position for 5 by 5, and then you can come back to 6th position for 6 by 6. And then choose like a tendu, a releve, or a plie to help you get on your way to 8 by 8. Now I will not be showing the upper level version that I talked about because it would be hard to fit it on the camera. But you could also add arms to the beat if you wanted to up it a little bit more. Let's take a look at arm positions. So we have preparatory, which our hands are at our waist when we're standing up. We have first position, where our arms should be just below our ribs. And then we have second position, where our arms are all the way out at the side. And then we have third position. That is when the foot that is in, the arm goes in. So say my right foot is in, my right arm goes in. If my left foot goes in, my left arm goes in. So that makes it fairly simple. And it stays for that rule. Okay, so for fourth position arms, we would go up here. So if your right foot is in front, you would put your right arm up. If your left foot is in front, you would put your left arm up. And then fifth position, you bring your arms on O or on high. And it's just in a circle. So those are the 6 positions of the arm. Preparatory, first, second, third to the right, third to the left, fourth to the right, fourth to the left, and then fifth to the right and fifth to the left. It's the same position of the arms. You can also do arms separately from feet. So if you need to adapt to a classroom with children with limited moving abilities, you could just do upper body and only do the arms with the kids. And I'm sure they would still enjoy it. So let's go through and count and see how far we can get with the arms. So not to confuse the kids, I'm going to go in numerical order. 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, 5 by 5. And then you can bring them down to preparatory for 6 by 6. And then you can go with your left side for 7 by 7. And 8 by 8. When doing upper body, for the rest of the song, you can use marching arms. So when we march, we usually bring our arms up front. So you could do, let's go dancing 1 by 1, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing 1 by 1, hurrah, hurrah. Let's go dancing 1 by 1. Everyone stop and first position. And they all go marching down and around and to the back of the studio. Bum, 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 bum. You can also try using sillier arms. And so you can do this for one part during the song, like, and they all go marching down and around into the back of the studio. Or you can do chicken wing arms. That's kind of funny and silly, and kids love that. Get creative, you know? And I'm sure the dancers would still enjoy that. I will also put in the comments below of a site that I saw that has 30 nursery rhymes that are adapted for dancers. And I'll put that link in the comments so that way you guys can go and check it out because it's really cool. I hope you've enjoyed my song, Let's Go Dancing, 1 by 1.